Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to syracuse.com's SOS Spotlight Athlete of the Week. Joining us in a special appearance today from the halls of Liverpool High School is multi-sport Warriors athlete Jalen Graham. Thank you for joining us and taking a break for us today.
No problem. No problem.
So you talk about somebody who's finishing their season strong. Jalen, as we'll get to, plays many different sports, but right now he's wrapping up his indoor track season. Last weekend, all he did was set a personal best and a section best and a state public high school best record in the weight throw of approximately 68 feet, 8 inches. So I guess we'll start there. We are at the end of the season. That's something you've been building toward. Tell us a little bit about your goals and your effort in that meet.
Well, my goal of that meet was to originally just beat my 63 feet. And I remember my first throw was 65. And so I was good with it. And then of course I had 2 more throws. So I was just like, just go all for it, like do as hard as you can, and ended up getting to 68. So and now I'm coming towards what I got state qualifiers coming up next week, and then we got states coming up. And I'm hoping to be throwing around 70 to 75 at that point, because I still think I have a lot in me to get that up. So that's what's coming up.
Because that's quite an improvement. If you put on a few feet by next week and a few feet by states, you make it sound easy, but it's not. In the short period of time, what goes into making such a rapid improvement that quickly?
A lot of weightlifting. I'm in the weight room constantly. Last week or yesterday, I didn't have practice, but I knew what my goals were. I need to get in the weight room somehow, so I went to the YMCA, and I was up there for an hour or two, and I was just lifting. Get a little bit of running into. I don't want to just lift weights, you know what I'm saying? But it's really a lot of lifting, and especially like today, we actually have practice, so I'll be doing a lot of footwork, and I'll actually get to throw my weight. So and fixing like little mechanic stuff with my throwing to see what I did wrong, because I always film myself when I am throwing to my games, and it's good to look back at it and see, oh, this is what I did wrong, and then coming back to it and trying to fix it all week in practice. So when I come to state quals and states, I'm not doing the same mistakes.
Well, track and field is an individual sport compared to when you play football and you're lacrosse. When you have a throw like that, I mean, do you just know as soon as you're spinning around or as soon as you let it go that was the one? Like, it's different from throwing a touchdown pass or scoring a goal. You just know, thuds that was it.
Yeah, no, I definitely can tell when I let it go. I know when it's a good and a bad throw. If you've seen some of my throws before, I've had bad throws, and like instantly I already know. Like as soon as I let it go, I kind of just walk off with my head down. But those 2 throws that I had, I definitely knew they were good throws. And as soon as I let them go, everything just came together, and I knew what I worked for was to get to that. So
now, sport like indoor track, the key is on the word indoor, but you really not many places in high schools can you throw weights indoors. I know when it hits a certain temperature, you can go outdoors, but I'm looking outside now. It's snowing now. It's cold. Today's probably not one of those days. How do you stay so sharp and balance, doing the footwork and technique inside? And on the rare occasion you go outside, it's really cold. So who wants to throw in the cold? That's training is such a challenge. How do you sort of get through that?
Originally, we were able to throw in the Morgan Road Elementary School. It's right next to our high school. And I was able to throw in there for the first couple of weeks. And then I started progressing to the point where I was hitting the ceiling and I was hitting walls and I was breaking stuff in the gym. And what did it was I was using our weight and I hit the ceiling and I put a giant hole in the ceiling. And our coach was just like, we can't throw in here anymore. Like, Jalen, you can't throw in here anymore. And he wasn't going to let everybody else just throw in there while I'm sitting out in the hallway. So we decided we'll use our hallway to just practice spinning. And then we'd go outside, and we have rings outside to throw like the actual weight, but there's snow on the ground. But we all took it in consideration. And I knew for myself, I wasn't going to let snow stop me from getting what I wanted. So we decided to go outside. We shovel off the ring area, chip the ice off if we needed to, and we'd get spinning. Sure. And so I was able to just throw outside.
Well, that's dedication. That's what you need to be great. So We mentioned before you're a quarterback on the football team. You're an all CNY punter. In
Yeah,
lacrosse, you are a hard hitting midfielder, right? I got that right. You play
yeah,
midfield,
midfielder.
but
Yeah.
again, track and field is an individual sport. How does that compare to the satisfaction of throwing a touchdown pass or scoring a goal? Now in the wintertime, just performing individually.
Um, it's it's more of an internal thing with track. I like to know like I put in the work for myself and then I see improvement in myself, which as in and I don't have to like worry about anybody else helping get to the spot where I want to be. Like for track, like I didn't have to worry about my team trying to get to states in order for go to states. Like I can do my thing and know I'm going to get to states for that. Whereas in football and lacrosse, like you can do good, but you may have setbacks from other teammates that may have done bad and situations may happen. And it's a whole team group thing. So if you don't do good as a team, then it's more not your fault, but it's a group's fault. So with track, I'm able to just focus on myself and do what I need to get done so I can get to places where I want to go.
Do you have a singular favorite moment in sports? Is it throwing a touchdown pass? Is it scoring a cross goal? Is it going 68 feet on a weight toss?
It's not even scoring and all that. It's fun, but my favorite part, like of any sport that I've done, it's running out in the field when we play football. Like just the energy that Liverpool brings, like when we have a home game, especially if we're playing like CNS. Like I love, like that's just the most anticipating part for me is running out on the field with my team, knowing, and especially this year, knowing I was the quarterback. So I got my best friends in the crowd yelling my names and all that, and calling me QB1 and all that stuff. Like that's the part that I love the most about the sport, like just the atmosphere. And that's why I like to have big dreams and I want to go D1 someday just so I can do that over again, but even bigger crowd and even more people.
Well, you've led us to the next question. Is football, you think, your college sport, or have you decided on it
Um,
yet?
I know lacrosse is not it, but for football, I'm planning on whatever school I go to. I'm going to commit most likely for track and then try to either walk on or talk to the football coach in the process of me playing track. And I'm gonna try to punt because I know my punting ability. I get it from everybody. They want me punting like my leg is ridiculous, and I really realized it until 11th grade or 10th grade. I came up from JV playing, and I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm gonna be a punter like at all. And then I guess I had one great game against CNS, and I punted it and landed on the one. And I had like a 40 or 50 yarder, and I was just like, I might continue doing this. And so I'm coming to practice, keep on punting. So whatever college I do go to, I'm definitely going to try to walk on to play two punts. So I'll see where that takes me. But right
In
now
the,
it's really just for track.
in the shorter term, we've got state qualifiers next week, then the state meet. I know you've given us your goals, ideally for the next couple of weeks. How do you see the end of the indoor track season unfolding for you?
Um, I see myself at the top. I mean, I never see myself being lower than that. And that's my goal. Like my goal is always to be at the top. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. But I'm ready for it. I got a kid. I got to go up against a kid he's coming to like UCLA. He's huge. I mean, he's throwing 80. He's throwing the weight 81 feet, and I know in the beginning of the season, I wasn't thinking I was going to get anywhere close to that. Like I really thought I was going to max out right 65 to 68. But now that I'm so close to that 70 mark, I just see myself improving. And especially with the time that I have to work on my skills and develop them even more. I definitely think I can be up with him. So I think once I get to States, it'll be competition for sure.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have the bell ringing there soon. I know you've got to get to class and practice all your sports there after school
Yeah,
today. So we appreciate you taking time off from your busy schedule today to join us. And
no
you
problem.
two, viewers, we appreciate you checking in. Next week, we'll have another Syracuse.com SOS Spotlight Athlete of the Week feature. Until then, please stay safe and warm, and we'll talk to you next week.